Alrighty everyone, welcome back. Tomorrow is officially Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. A lot of fans are getting really excited for shows out there like the Ahsoka Tano series, as well as Andor Season 2, and let's not forget about, of course, the continuation of The Mandalorian with Mando Season 4. The main reasoning behind that is that Kathleen Kennedy will have zero input in that particular season, just how she had no involvement in the Ahsoka show, so everything coming this August is going to be very intriguing to see exactly how things are going to work out by Dave Filoni alone. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future Star Wars updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, there's a lot of things going on right now, and let's get right into exactly what's up with Gina Carano and the character of Cara Dune, what Disney executives are getting themselves into right now, and what it really means for the future of the character of Cara in the Mandoverse, alright? So there's a lot of great news coming out of this, based on what the executives are leaning towards and exactly what big plans they have in store for the fandom. I think that at the end of the day, this is something that a lot of fans have been waiting for, and the rehiring of Gina Carano has been an ongoing plan, on and off, but let's get right down to the specifics. Now, right now, Bob Iger is getting ready to present a long list of upcoming Star Wars shows that will be unveiled by this September. However, one of the big plans by Disney executives recently had much to do with Gina Carano and the plan to bring her back into the franchise. Now, it's noted that the plan to reinstate Rangers of the New Republic has passed, and that Cara Dune will be returning as a character where the show will be led by John and Dave. Storyboards have already been created, and that Disney has until August for the executives to come to a full agreement about Gina's return for the sequels. However, the majority of executives are already welcoming Gina back. One of the big scenes already pre-planned and storyboarded for Rangers by John and Dave is set to involve a full-fledged scene of Cara Dune fighting on the sands of Jakku during the Battle of Jakku itself. John and Dave are already preparing a scene where Luke Skywalker is set to make a major cameo on the planet by taking down a massive Star Destroyer using the waves of the Force and crashing it into the sand. Basically, this entire scene is John and Dave's way of canonizing why one of the Star Destroyers seen crashed on Jakku is there, and they want to connect it all to Luke. Now, I don't know about you guys, but we obviously know that Cara Dune knows a lot about Luke Skywalker through his sister Leia because she knows her very well, and they want to establish this in the upcoming lore. Now, we all know that Gina Carano was all set and ready to make her debut in Rangers before she got fired back in February of 2021. It was a very big deal, and John and Dave really found that their script was dismantled after they really couldn't just bring Gina back. They based Cara Dune, by the way, off of Gina, and even the name Cara Dune was loosely based off of Gina Carano. So, moving to the next thing here, what's even all the more engaging about this is that Cara Dune is said to witness the entire event in these illustrations that take place in the storyboard. This was an original idea already for the show that was scrapped after Gina was let go and is now being reinstated. Now, here's the good stuff, is that Lucasfilm has already contacted Graham Hamilton to portray Luke Skywalker, the very guy that played him in the Book of Boba Fett, and that they will be turning back to the deepfake technology for Rangers again. Cara Dune in this sequence that's in development by John and Dave will be calling in X-Wing strikes to take down specific Imperial stations, and also some illustrations describe that Cara Dune will also meet Luke Skywalker on the battlefield at some point. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Battle of Jakku marked the very end, officially speaking, of the Empire. It's basically the battle of the Empire's last stand, before they become remnants, so to speak, in different factions. One of those, of course, being led by Thrawn, and one of which being led by Moff Gideon. You know, there's a lot of different factions that John and Dave are trying to explore and kind of create by baby steps. But what's interesting about this, to me, is that what they are preparing here is that this is going to be the run-in between both Cara Dune and Luke for the very first time. So this is overall their structure for Rangers, is that it's going to lead up to the Battle of Jakku. Not that the entire show is going to be based during then. It's going to start anywhere from a couple of days to a week after Return of the Jedi, slowly progressing to one whole year after the events of the film. And the Battle of Jakku, John and Dave want to make sure that this is going to be like the grand ending or finale segment of Rangers. That was the original plan anyway. That's now also being reinstated. It's going to get a brand new title. It's not going to be called Rangers per se. So it should be very interesting to hear, what it's going to be called. To be honest, they should really call it something unique and engaging. Maybe model it after the books like Star Wars Aftermath or something like that. But I digress, alright? The thing about this too, that's really, important to really be aware of is that, on top of that, this is described to be the first time that Cara Dune will meet Luke Skywalker in her life, which is roughly 1 year after episode of course, 6, that scene specifically. Disney executives are said to already be very impressed with this overall plan for Cara, and of course her big entrance in Rangers that Disney wants to release by 2025 or 26 on the Disney Plus platform. So be aware, we're still a ways out from getting the reinstated version of Rangers of the New Republic. It's going to be a ways out. I think that at the end of the day, a lot of fans may either gain interest or lose interest depending on how they really hype up the series. It really all depends. And I think also what's very important about this too, that a lot of fans need to be aware of, is the fact that they have to make a final decision by this August. So basically what happens is, throughout the next couple of months, throughout May, June, and July, Disney executives will be going over everything that John and Dave are pitching to them about, of course, everything related to Rangers of the New Republic. Now, the unfortunate news about this, and the reason why they're aiming for 25 or 26, is the writer's strike is very much hard to pinpoint when it's going to end, or how short it's going to last, or anything around those lines. So that's why they're not really sure when they want to drop this show on the Disney Plus streaming service. Now, the biggest question of all, is this really going to be enough to really re-engage the fan base once Gina comes back as Cara Dune? I think it will, most certainly. I think that this is like the way to bring her back, even though she is planned to come back in Mando Season 4, as well as the special edition of The Mandalorian Season 2, which holds a lot of deleted footage that will be also re-emerging in there. This one in particular is going to be like the project for Gina Carano, and they have to make everything finalized by this August. That's the overall game plan. And Bob Iger's fully aware that they have to really make sure that they make the right call and the right decision on everything from this point on forward. So, yeah, I think that this is a great thing to do and engage with. The fact that, they want her back, they want Cara Dune back. But the biggest question, too, is Disney doing this out of, being genuine, or is it a marketing move? I would say the latter. Anyways, guys, fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.
From night to moon,